Okay, the next method of floating new issue or the next method of raising capital in primary market is initial public offer, IPO. When a company whose stock is not publicly issued or traded and it wants to offer that stock to general public, it takes the form of initial public offer. Initial issues are issues of shares for the first time either after incorporation or conversion from public limited private limited company into public limited company. Okay, whenever a company starts or whenever a company is incorporated or a private company is converted into public company, then those companies offer their share into stock market for the first time to make to trade in shares, or that system is known as initial public offer. Okay, the company's shares are issued to the public or are offered to the public for the first time to be traded. Okay, that is known as initial public offer, which means first sale of shares by private company or the public company or initial issuers of shares for the first time. In other words, the public issue made by a company for the first time in its life is called initial public offer. Under this method, shares are issued on the basis of the orders placed by them through brokers. Here, the allotment of shares is made on priority basis. In this case, job of selling the stock is entrusted to the underwriter or the broker. So, the shares to sell the shares, the job is offered to underwriters or brokers, where the brokers are under or the underwriters sell the shares of this company to the general public. On the behalf of clients, broker places orders through computer trading or after finalizing of allocation of shares through brokers in the form of their clients to submit an application, and the deposit amount is payable through ಬ್ರೋಕರ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಕ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ನೀಡಿಕೆ ಎಂದರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ IPO ಎಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವು ನಿಗದಿತ ಇಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಷೇರುಗಳನ್ನಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆಯ ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಪತ್ರಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಯಾದೀಕರಿಸಿದ ಹಿಡುವಳಿದಾರರಿಂದ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ವಂತಿಗೆ ನೀಡುವುದು ಅಥವಾ ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಪತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಸದ್ಯದ ಹಿಡುವಳಿದಾರರಿಂದ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡುವುದು. ಹೊಸ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಪತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ತಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಬಂಡವಾಳವನ್ನು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕೆ IPO ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ ಕಂಪನಿಯು ತನ್ನ ಷೇರುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ಬದಲು ಖಾಸಗಿಯಾಗಿ ತನ್ನ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗದವರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಷೇರುಗಳನ್ನು ಹಂಚುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಖಾಸಗಿ ನೀಡಿಕೆ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. So IPO means issuing of shares for the first time or offering the shares of a company for the first time to general public to buy them. So here the companies offer their shares to public to buy those shares. Clear? Following are the steps involved in IPO. First one, order. Brokers receive order from their clients and places orders on behalf of the client with the issuer. So here broker receive orders from the public and they place their orders to the company so that they will buy so and so amount of shares. So the customer or client wants to buy shares and brokers will buy those shares from the company. This is the first step. Next step is share allocation. The issuer, after finalizing the shares allocation, and informs broker regarding the same. So the issuer finalizes the trading and informs that that the shares are allocated to the brokers. Next is the client. The third step is the client. The broker advises the successful clients of the share allocation and then submit the application forms for shares and make payment to the issuer through the broker. And by taking advice from the broker, the clients submit the application form of shares to the brokers, and those brokers contact issuer and submit those application form, and shares will be so application will be submitted on behalf of the customer to the issuer or to the company. Clear? The next step is primary issue account or escrow account. Escrow, ESCROW, escrow account. The issuer opens a separate escrow account or primary issue account for primary market issue. So the issuer opens, the issuer or the company from which the shares are bought opens this primary market account or primary issue account, and the clearing house of the exchange debit the primary issue account of the broker and credits the issuer's account. Yeah. Next is issue of certificate. Certificates will be delivered to the investors, otherwise depository account may be credited. So the advantages of initial public offer are payments are not made in advance. It does not require advance payments. Under this method, investors need not pay in advance for the shares before the shares are allotted. So the payment is made only after shares are allotted and not before shares are allotted. So there is no need of paying application money, subscription money, etc. Only after the shares are allotted, the investor has to pay the money. For example, if you are investing or if you are accepting the IPOs, or if you are trading in IPO in a company, then only when the shares are allocated to you, you will make payment. Before that, there is no need of paying in advance. Clear? It eliminates hurdles involved in making public issue. It removes the errors or problems involved in making public issue. So this is all about IPO. The next one is fixed price offer method. In this method, or according to fixed price offer method of issuing capital or issuing stocks or floating of new issue, is the company fixes the issue price of the shares as it wishes. So whatever amount or whatever price the company wants to fix for the share, it can fix, and then it can advertise the number of shares to be issued. So the company has the right to fix the price, and then it can advertise regarding the call for issuing shares or call for investments in share. In the case the price so fixed by the company of the shares is very high, then the investor will naturally apply for less number of shares, causing under subscription to the shares. So in fixed price offer method, the issuer or the issuing company can fix whatever price it wants for the shares. But if the investor finds that the price for share is very high, then they will apply for less number of shares, and if the price for shares is low or moderate, then they will apply for more number of shares. So if application received for shares is very less number of shares are applied, then it is called as under subscription of the shares. And if the price is underpriced, means if the price is very low, the investors will apply for more number of shares. Investors want to buy more number of shares, and this is known as oversubscription to shares. So steps involved in issue of shares. The following are the steps involved in issue of shares under fixed price offer method. First one is selection of merchant bankers. The issuing company has to select a merchant banker so that it can manage its issue of shares. As mentioned, the merchant banker may also be lead manager of the issue. So merchant banker can take care of the issues of stocks, and it will it will act on behalf of the company and also the client, and it brings a link, or it establishes a link between the issuer and the investors. And the next stage is issue of prospectus. Next stage of issuing shares in fixed price offer method is issue of prospectus. Prospectus is defined under section 2 of 36 of Companies Act. Any document described or issued as a prospectus and includes any notice, circular, advertisement, or other document inviting deposits from the public or inviting offers from the public for the subscription or purchase of any shares or debentures of a corporate body. So, in simple words, prospectus means it is a document by the company inviting the public for subscribing to its shares and debentures. So, prospectus is an invitation to the public to invest in that company's shares. It contains all the details of the company's capital, its formation, its address, etc. So it should also indicate the amount payable on application. So prospectus will include the details of pricing. So it should state the price payable on application. So when the investor wants to apply for this share, for those shares, it should state the application money and allotment money and calls, etc., along with other necessary information. It should also be duly signed and filled with the registrar of companies. So the prospectus should include the details of the shares, the allocation money, prize money, the application money, allotment money, and the call money, and it should also be signed with the registrar of the companies. The next stage is application for shares. After the publication of prospectus, which contains the prescribed printed application form, and it has to be duly filled in and duly signed by a person who intends to purchase the shares of the company, and should be forwarded to the bankers to the issue of shares along with the check or demand draft. So the person who wants to apply, or the person who wants to invest in those shares, should fill the application form, and he should forward that application to the issuer banker or the banker to the issue of shares along with check or demand draft for the payment of application money. And in the next stage is minimum subscription. Minimum subscription means if the price for that share is very high, the number of shares the investor wants to buy will be less. So in the case of a company newly formed, it should achieve the minimum subscription from the applicants. So the company should achieve minimum subscription so as to obtain the certificate for commencement. When a company is newly established, there are certain rules the company has to follow. So it needs to obtain certificate for commencement. So to receive that certificate, the company has to reach minimum subscription level. Clear? Next stage is under subscription and over subscription. Generally, when the shares are offered for public subscription, the money received on application for shares will not be exactly for the same number of shares for which the offer is made by the company. If the application money received is received for less number of shares, it is called under subscription. And the application money is received for more number of shares, it is called over subscription. For example, a company wants to issue 1,000 shares. Okay, so the investors apply for those shares, and if the application received are of for 900 shares, then it is known as under subscription. Okay, so the company wants to issue 1,000 shares, but the application received are only 900, then that is known as under subscription. And if the applications are received for 1,100 shares, then it is known as over subscription. So application is received, the number of application received is more than the number of shares the company wants to issue. And if the application is less, then the application received is less than the number of shares the company wants to issue. So if the oversubscription occurs, the company, their excess application money may be refunded to them or retained for adjustment against the allotment money or call money payable on their shares to them. So the share amount is never paid at lump sum. Okay, when an investor buys shares from a issuer, then the prices or the share price is paid in installments. First is application money. So when an investor wants to buy and applies to buy those shares, at that time he pays some amount as application money, and when the application is accepted by the issuer, then the investor has to pay allotment money, and then the first call, second call, third call, etc., thereon it continues. So the share money or the issue price is paid in installments and it is not a single time payment. So first is application money, allotment money, call money. Okay, so it is paid in stages or installments. So if oversubscription occurs, the issuer may refund their money, or it can keep that money and adjust that amount while in the stage of allotment or call money. Okay, or call money on their shares payable. Here, next stage is allotment of shares to applicants. Allotment of shares means allocation of shares to the successful applicants by the directors as approved in board meeting. After the closing date of receipts of application, all these applications will be placed before the meeting of board of directors, and all the applications will be taken to board of directors meeting. And during the meeting, the board will scrutinize the application, or they will filter the applications and allot the shares to the successful applicants and send the letter of allotment requesting them to end the allotment money. So the board of meeting, directors selects the investors and then send them a letter to requesting them to pay the allotment money. From this date, all these applicants to whom the shares are allotted will become the members of the company. The person to whom the shares are allotted will become members of the company. And if the letter of regrets will be sent to those who are not selected or to whom the shares are not allotted. Next stage is calls on shares by the directors. After allotment of shares, then the next is calls on shares by the directors. The remaining amount on the shares will be called by the directors in one or more installments, and such installments are called calls on shares. So the remaining amount, first, for example, if a price of a particular share is rupees 100, take the price of a share as rupees 100. So this 100 rupees is divided into installments. So the investor pays certain amount as application money. So say that the investor has paid rupees 20 as application money. So while sending the application form to the issuer, the investor pays rupees 20 as application money for each share. Let us assume that the investor wants to buy 100 shares. Okay, so he wants to buy 100 shares at rupees 100 each. So for a single share the price is rupees 100. Okay, so while applying, he pays application money along with application form. Okay, so he is buying 100 shares at rupees 100 each. So the application money is 20 for single share. So he is buying 100 shares. So he pays rupees 20 each for 100 share. That means the investor will pay rupees 2000 as application money. So this application money will be sent along with application form to the issuer, and in the next stage, that is allotment. So when the board of directors select the applicants and request them to make further payments of allotment money. So what is happening, the investor is buying 1000 shares, right? So he has already paid application money. Now what he has to pay, that is allotment money. So allotment money is rupees 20. So rupees 20 for each share. So he is buying 100 shares. So again he will pay rupees 2000 as allotment money. The next comes is call on shares by directors. So they call the investors to make further payments of the next installment. The remaining amount on the shares will be called by the directors in one or more installments, subject to the conditions of that particular issuer or company. So such installments is called as call on shares. So the first call money is rupees 30 for each share. So 100 shares at rupees 30 each. So the investor will pay rupees 3000 as first call money, and then the second call. So remaining amount is rupees 30, right? So and in the second call, the investor pays the final installment, that is 30 rupees per for 100 shares, that is 3000 rupees. Okay, the next step is issue of share certificate. After the receipt of final call money from the members of the company, the share certificates will be forwarded to the respective investors. The certificates are in specified form having a common seal of the company and are duly stamped and signed by the respective shareholders. That is known as share certificate. So these are the stages of issuing shares under fixed price offer method.